Staten is going to be happy about that. But the Pirates really looking to run and gun tonight.
Got the great guard play without question. And let's take a look at the stats here. Field goal percentage for the Pirates, some 80% there in the first half. Field goals for Shelby Valley, 63. Free throws, 57 to 50 as the Pirates take the ad. Three-pointers, only one in the ball game, that by Sean Hager. Wildcats 0 of 3 rebounds. Shelby Valley in the lead at 17-14. Also in the lead in turnovers at 9 to 5. They're going to have to cut that down if they're going to win this thing, Keith.
Oh, I might question that 84% field goal shooting. That's a little bit high, but Belfry had a good first half. Maybe they did shoot 84%. One thing for sure, the Pirates definitely want to hold on and pick up a win here. Shelby Valley, they need to make a comeback. All that coming up as we tip off the second half after a timeout. This is the WYMT Wayne Supply Mountain Classic, sponsored this year by Pepsi.
Taco Bell is proud to be a sponsor of the 5th annual WYMT-TV High School Mountain Classic. After the game, make a run for the border to the Taco Bell restaurant in Hazard on the Daniel Boone Parkway. And enjoy the 69-cent value menu with delicious tacos, burritos, and more. When it comes to good food at great prices, Taco Bell is a mountain classic.
Co-operators and Associates is pleased to be a WYMT Mountain Basketball Classic scholarship sponsor as part of our continuing contribution toward academic excellence.
Coming up tonight in the championship game will be Knott County taking on Clay County. And Jim Frazier, you see the crowd across from us, about half full, but we have a packed house just behind us on the home side of this gymnasium, and expecting more and more people to file in as we get closer to the championship game. However, we've still got 2 quarters of a consolation game to play, and I have a funny feeling this one is going to be close down at the end.
I think so too, Keith, and get a good look there. That will be our championship game. The teams have met once prior this year. Clay County drubbed Knott County Central at Manchester by some 40 points, 114-74. The teams met twice last year. The finals of our championship game, 11-point win went to Clay County, but you know, Clay County has piled up over 100 home court wins, and one of the toughest wins was last year. Knott County, Clay County could take them out only by 2 at the buzzer, and Jim Rose really believes that his squad can get back and play to that same level with Clay County. We'll find out a little later on.
Well, later on, as we get back to action to start the second half, J.J. Hilton quickly opens up with a 2-pointer. We have a lot of scholarships to present tonight from some fantastic people, and we're going to have a lot of trophies to present. So it's going to be a night of awards academically and athletically later on this evening. Right now, the Wildcats down by 15 as Hilton opens up with a 2-point jumper, and Belfry quickly with a turnover gets it back. Only one change in starters. It's for Belfry. Phillips in for Pinson. Wildcats running, tipped by Hager, I believe. Yes, it was. It will belong to Shelby Valley. Big hill to climb, Jim. 15-point deficit.
Shelby Valley, as we mentioned, in a gut check type time, they're going to have to get some better guard play. The Belfry Pirates will destroy you with full court pressure and the like, and pressure in the half court if you can't handle the ball out front.
Berger working. Belfry in a man-to-man. Matthew Baker and Bobby Keys working the baseline. Here's Berger underneath, and Thomas just wanted it.
And he is getting the blocks tonight, isn't he?
He has 3 tonight so far. Baker gets the 2-point shot, however.
10 points for Matthew Baker, and doing a good job on the inside for Coach Bobby Osborne.
Wildcats going man-to-man themselves now. Staten off to Phillips. Good head fake. Pumps it up from 5. No good. Rebound brought off by Keys. Rodney Kaiser looking into the lane. Bobby Keys can't control it. Belfry is going to be the last one to touch it. 2 Pirates Up against the wall, big Hager and Staten. It will belong to Shelby Valley.
Tell you, Sean Hager leads the league in floor burns, and once again he is on the floor for the loose ball. That guy loves it.
Nathan Berger directing traffic now.
Keith, the weather somewhat inclement on the outside, but things hot and heavy here on the inside. A lot of folks braving the tough conditions to join us here in Hyman for the championship.
Turn around by Keys, no good. Hager with the board. Off to J.J. Hilton, pulls it up, fires it short. Rebound brought off by Belfry. He's going to get the basket and the foul, and it's going to be on Bobby Keys underneath.
His 14th point. And he's working his way to one of his top games of the year. Staten averages 9.2 points per game. And he is putting them home. He shoots over 50%, or rather 49.6% on the year.
Neither team shooting well from the free throw line.
A lot of times when you're playing hard on defense, Keith, the free throws won't go for you. It's hard to focus on the free throw.
Big move by Jeremy Johnson underneath. Johnson is the guy they need to get on the scoring track. He has 7 in the game. Hager shooting it up. Rebound brought off by Berger. Wildcats looking to run. Tip pass by Matthew Baker. Don't think he made the best decision there. Phillips may have walked. No call. Here's Hilton. Left it short. Got his own rebound. Put it back up and in.
J.J. has 17 points. He's missed a couple down close to start of the second quarter. He was able to go back and get his rebound and put it home.
Wildcats turn it over again. Hilton all the way down. Phillips missed the feed, and Staten on the tip in. He came, Jim, this close of slamming it home.
Give him 16. The lead is 17, and Belfry, Coach Justice said it's a pride game for his squad, and Shelby Valley now going to have to go hard, Keith, to avoid the blowout here in this third quarter, because defensively Belfry really picking it up man-to-man the whole way here.
Rodney Kaiser for 3, missed everything. Jeremy Johnson couldn't get it to go, put it back up, still won't go, and Belfry brings it away.
Thomas active on the inside. Big number 33 for Belfry.
Hilton for 2, no good. Wildcats are just having their problems, Jim. Matthew Baker for 2, good shot. Breaks a little bit of a drought for the Wildcats.
12 points for the freshman Baker.
Hilton is going to draw the foul, and I think Jeremy Johnson is going to be whistled for it. Jamie Roberts getting back into the game, and J.J. Hilton going to go to the bench. You see the coaching staff of Shelby Valley at this point wondering what to do. Down by 15 in this game. Pirates have looked good in this ball game, Jim.
They sure have, and that fellow right there, J.J. Hilton, actually with 17 points in the contest. He's doing a good job.
He and Steve Staten have been the 2 big offensive weapons for the Pirates. Hilton makes 1 out of 2. Neither team shooting good from the free throw line, and the Wildcats bring it away. Here's Roberts off the baseline, and he is fouled by Sean Hager. Jamie Roberts is a player, when he gets into the game, he makes or creates things, I'll say. He makes it happen. We'll have a timeout, 3 minutes, 42 seconds in the third period. Shelby Valley, 36. The Belfry Pirates on top, 52.
If you're over 55 and tired of...
Well, with 3:42, both coaches talking to their teams. Right now, the Wildcats trying to mount some kind of attack. But they're not going to do it as they turn it over. 5-second call. Belfry's defense rising to the occasion.
You know, Keith, before the advent of the three-point shot in certainly high school and college, teams zoned the inbounds pass so much because you didn't want to get caught off a pick. But now because of the three-point shot, teams almost exclusively now going to the man-to-man on the out-of-bounds and playing the tough deny. In that case, it worked for Belfry.
Foul's going to be on Jeremy Johnson. Pardon me. Yeah, it is. His second foul. Team's first at the half. Hilton on the give and go to Browning. Beautiful play.
Good little pick and roll. And Browning there, you know, he did a good job of rolling to the hoop, Keith, to put his man on his hip. Good pass utilization by Hilton.
Johnson shooting it up. Won't go. Got his own rebound. Up in the crowd. No good. Belfry will bring it away. Nothing going for Shelby Valley right now, Jim.
Nope. And it's only 13-point spread at the half. And Belfry has pushed it up to 18.
Well, we might have a chance to catch one of those basketballs there. You see Jeremy Johnson just in front of us. Coming up, championship game tonight, Knott County Central and Clay County. The Tigers, the only team to ever win this tournament. Jamie Roberts is going to get the foul, and boy, I got to tell you, Roberts got somewhat of a gift there because Pinson was standing straight up, just caught with a bad call on Joey Pinson.
Well, Jamie Roberts and along with Rodney Kaiser, two of the fellas that play football for Shelby Valley. Coach Tom Searcy, assistant Coach Napier.
Both of them good guys, not much as card players. Good guys.
You know, we're not talking about Kaiser and
we're talking about Searcy and Coach Napier. That's right. They eat a lot of chips, though. When they come to your house to play cards, they eat a lot of chips. Belfry, 3 opportunities, nothing doing, and Johnson brings it out. Football pass to Jamie Roberts, and the lay-in and the foul. Well, coaches will tell you, Jim, if you're going to foul on a breakaway, don't give up the basket. Now, that's what we saw the other night. It turned out to be a flagrant foul, which I didn't agree with. That time, Staten going after them, made the foul, but did not stop the 2 points. 3-point opportunity for Jamie Roberts.
And, of course, he was the fella involved in the situation last night as he went up to make the block on Kitchen, I believe it was.
Pirates up by 15. Sean Hager back into the ball game.
Just running the offense, Keith, and looking inside.
Browning that time pass from Pinson, and he is going to pick up the foul from Matthew Baker. That is his 3rd on Baker.
Belfry playing a lot better, Keith, but if they are to really catch the peak of their game, they're going to have big Jim Dotson in, and the 6'8" senior center had knee surgery on January 17th, scoped, and they're going to try and treat it. He's still hurting, some 80% tear damage, and our best to Dotson.
Good give and go that time to Pinson. Belfry has really been patient, Jim. They've taken their time. They've worked their offense, killed some clock, and got the 2 points. Coach Justice should be happy.
Good cut to the hole.
Chad Justice getting the 2 points.
6'2" senior with 6 points. Belfry trying to run the picks down low. And a good little overplay by one of the top men, Jamie Roberts there. Cut off the passing angle and forces the turnover.
He's got to get the 6th man award, I think, if there is one. I don't think there is, but if there were, he would get it. 50 seconds remaining in the 3rd period. Belfry leading 56-41. Jeremy Johnson for three and left it short. Hager behind the back to Phillips. Laid it up. No good. And brought away by Shelby Valley. Berger giving it to Keys off the glass. No good. Roberts with the rebound. Blocked, but he's going to get the foul. And you got to like a guy like Jamie Roberts, hustling, getting in there and fighting for it. Sometimes you'll get the benefit of the doubt and get that call.
Jamie Roberts, 5'10" junior, had 6 points and earlier against Mayfield, 11 in a win over Pikeville, and of course Shelby Valley's premier rival in that 59th district, the Pikeville Panthers. And also Pike County squad is Belfry, and they're in the 60th district, and they have to contend with teams like Elkhorn City, Feds Creek, Johns Creek, also one of their best teams in a number of years. Coach Eugene Lyons has the Bearcats going.
A foul underneath missed by Pinson, and I think it is going to be against Shelby Valley. It is. Jeremy Johnson is going to pick up his third personal foul. The Wildcats getting into foul trouble somewhat now. Baker with three, Johnson with three.
Coach Raymond Justice has his team well disciplined. He's in his 5th year. The head man, he took over for Tommy Dean Runyon.
Foul again on Shelby Valley before the shot. You just think the Pirates have made 2 consecutive trips to the Sweet 16. All those years, good coach Tommy Dean Runyon, and he never got to make the trip.
Of course, his son, Rod Runyon, a little All-American for Transylvania.
Well, Pinson gets the basket as the quarter will come to an end, and Belfry taking a commanding 16-point lead, 58-42 after 3 complete. Is that numbers? I quit work tomorrow. I just want you to know that.
As long as we can get the championship game in, Keith.
Shelby Valley with a rebound off the J.J. Hilton miss. Should be a wild 4th quarter.
It's like Belfry now. I think they're in the zone now, Keith. Let's see. Still man, though.
Yeah, looks they were just bunched up in the man-to-man.
Yep.
Bobby Keys high on the wing, looking in. Underneath, that's Berger. Good head fake and missed the shot. Got Hager in the air, but didn't finish it off. Hilton with a good pass to Phillips with a lay-in. Belfry has ran the transition in this ball game, Jim, to perfection.
Chris Phillips has been running that left lane on the break and has been the beneficiary of some excellent passes from Hilton and Hager. And Belfry's defense causing Shelby Valley some shooting woes. Keith, 5 of 16 in that 3rd quarter for only 31%.
Jeremy Johnson made the head fake and didn't fire it. Here's Roberts for 3. No good. Off the hand of Pinson, it'll belong to Shelby Valley. Well, the Wildcats need to let some threes fly at this point. They're way out of this game.
Right.
Need something to get them back in.
Hey, Keith, getting some good help here with some of the stats from Mr. Bennett West, one of Belfry's top men, also assisting us here this evening.
There's Johnson with a good head fake. Also, Tracy Creech with us tonight on the scores table, helping along with stats.
And we need that help. Tracy and Bennett, I mean, we'll take that help.
No truer statement has been made by you since we've been doing games together, except that we need help. I agree with you. Well, Johnson makes it a 3-point play the hard way. We're down to 6 minutes and 35 seconds. Shelby Valley going zone. Hilton out of the corner, and he made him pay for it. Roberts looking underneath, knocked away by Pinson.
J.J. Hilton with 20 points, Keith. He had 25 versus Hazard, 23 last night, and already 20 this evening. He is the leading scorer in our tournament, and don't have the numbers in front of me from last year, but I think he was just knocked out by like a point by Shannon Hoskins being the leading scorer in our tournament last year.
Jamie Roberts almost got that to go for him. You almost feel like that whenever Roberts makes a shot or a move, that luck is going to be with him.
Keith might mention that, of course, the purpose for this tournament, academic scholarships to deserving young men and women in the area, and there will be the presentation of those scholarships at the halftime of the championship game, so you won't want to go away during that halftime.
I think that the total, the last time I checked, over $99,000 worth of scholarships had been awarded.
Right, we've hit the 100G mark.
Yeah. Phillips shot no good. Wildcats looking to run. Roberts, Hager tried to steal it. Staten blocked it away.
I tell you, I'd like to know how many blocked shots. Of course, Raymond Justice now, somewhat like Bobby Keith, his team with the big lead, but he doesn't like it. Red team wants timeout, Keith.
Chad Justice, good spin array move, couldn't get it, put back, no good. Bobby Keys tip, no good, and Belfry brings it away. 3 missed opportunities.
Some days you just can't get it to go, and Justice been battling hard, just can't get him to drop.
Hilton can't get the shot to go. Pass underneath to Justice. Can he save it? Yeah, Bobby Keys gets the layup.
Bobby Keys with his 9th point. Had 21 in the win over Breathitt County and 16 last night.
Here's the steal. Couldn't keep it in bounds. It was Berger who had tipped it away. I'm a little surprised that the Wildcats did go zone, but Jim, it seems to have been giving Belfry a little bit of trouble now.
Assistants Greg Napier and Rodney Rowe flanking Bobby Osborne. Shelby Valley head coach. Raymond Justice gets the good help from his assistant, Denny Paul May.
Hilton down the lane, took a hard foul and missed the shot. I'm sure the Pirates are going to look to get it into the hands of J.J. Hilton as much as they can. Chad Justice picking up his first personal foul of this game. Hilton has had his problems at the free throw line, Jim.
As a team, Belfry struggling somewhat from the foul line. Hager shoots 70%. Hilton shoots 75%, but they are struggling this afternoon.
Looking for three. Bobby Keys puts it back up off the miss. Steele kept alive, and finally it is Nathan Berger who tosses it in. That's a 12-point game. Wildcats could be back within range with 4:30 left. Let's see how Belfry does. Shelby Valley switching back to a man-to-man, and it is a turnover off the hands of Belfry.
An important last 5 minutes of this game, Keith. Shelby Valley may not win this thing, but they need to get the confidence that they can play with a team like Belfry and avoid that 20-point loss, because I will assure you Belfry playing hard on both ends, looking to push up that lead. Just cleared the side that time for Johnson.
Jeremy Johnson picking up the foul from Chris Phillips that time. Well, if Johnson can hit the free throws, it would be a 10-point game with 4 minutes remaining, which would put the Wildcats essentially back in it and give them an opportunity. That's the important one, the first one.
Jeremy Johnson with 11, looking for his 12th point at 16. Tough game against Covenant Homes.
Well, they got the second one, and Shelby Valley is going to call for.
Shelby Valley is timeout at their first.
3 seconds remaining. 63 to 53.
63-53, the 10-point lead now for Belfry, and Shelby Valley will not quit as you get a good look there. Both of the coaches working hard. Raymond Justice for the red team, Bobby Osborne for Shelby Valley, and Shelby Valley 7-7 on the year. Belfry Pirates 13-4. Belfry, their 4 losses to number 4 Ballard, number 2 Clay County, district rival Elkhorn City, and also last night to a tough Knott County Central squad. Knott County only 10-9 on the year, Keith, but one of the top teams certainly in the 14th region. And a championship game coming up should be outstanding. You see the turnovers there. The Wildcats sort of evening things out a little bit here as we go down this third quarter.
I think the momentum last night, man, that Knott County got was a big difference. When the tide turned momentum-wise, Knott County really took over and played much better basketball. We have to see if the Wildcats can get it under 10. 63-53. Belfry trying to hold on to a victory here in the consolation game. Jamie Roberts. Nice defense. Roberts has really earned himself some respect for this club.
A little bit of that football player in him, and you see he and Hager going at one another. That's a couple of guys who like to stay in the trenches. Roberts a running back, and Hager also played a little running back and quarterback.
Roberts gets a steal. Off it goes to Chad Justice off the glass. Justice that time getting the 2 points, cutting the lead down to 8.
And 8 points for Chad Justice.
Big play for Belfry coming up. Hilton getting away from his man. Fires it on the way. Got it.
23 for Hilton, Keith. Or rather, 22.
Pirates needed that basket. Belfry dropping back into the zone. One of the few times we've seen that tonight.
Had some success with it against Knott County last night.
Jeremy Johnson short with a long 3, and here comes Hager, 3 on 2. Sean Hager all the way in for the basket. Back to a 12-point lead, and Hager has tune in the game.
Trying to force the outside shot, but look what we found inside.
Bobby Keys rolling along the baseline.
11 points for Bobby Keys, and consistent on the inside for Shelby Valley. Extremely hard worker in practice.
You have a feeling that even though it's a 10-point spread, both these teams think that it's more competitive than that.
This really has been about as hard-fought a consolation game as you're going to find, Keith. These teams want it awfully bad, and talking about wanting it awfully bad, teams getting ready to come up some 30 minutes from now. Clay County, Knott County played 2 great games last year. Clay County really drubbed them this year.
Well, Clay County back on top of their game again this year. Knott County hasn't been in that shape this year.
Clay County, Keith, number 1 in the state scoring offense, and the young man you see right there, J.J. Hilton, in the top 10 in the state in scoring with his 27-point average. Also Shannon Hoskins from Clay County in the top 10, and I feel like both of those fellows will be first-team All-State selections.
Rodney Kaiser back in the game. Off to Johnson for 3 if it goes. It is short, and it is off of Shelby Valley. Now the Wildcats cut it down to 8 with 3 minutes left, Jim, but Belfry has gone on to solidify this game from that point.
They have, but, you know, a solid fourth quarter here for Shelby Valley, and that's what they needed. They trailed by 16 coming into this frame, and they've managed to avoid a total rout.
Rodney Kaiser whistled for the foul.
You know, and the way Belfry was playing as hungry as they were after the frustration of last night, I think they certainly weren't looking to take any prisoners here.
You know, I think the Pirates really lost last night's game in the second quarter.
Yeah.
The big turnaround in the second quarter cost them that game.
I was talking with Coach Justice. They did manage to cut it to 7 at the end of 3 quarters, if you'll recall, and then in the fourth quarter also. A couple of breakdowns, but that was a big swing. Sean, excuse me, Keith, looking for his 12th point. Every time I say that, they miss. Have you noticed that? I'm looking for this.
The jinx. And the Wildcats turn it over at the other end. Minute 40, Belfry looking to pick up the consolation trophy in the YMT Wayne Supply Mountain Classic, and Jamie Roberts whistled for a foul.
Keith, in the game coming up, I think you're going to see the inside play of Knott County Central. Brad Arrington had 26 points the last time the teams met, and Coach Bobby Keith, despite the fact his team won by 40, was very concerned about Brad Arrington on the inside and his 26 points the last time. And Knott County will be looking inside, and of course the extremely good guard play of Clay County. They'll be out on the perimeter.
Found out one thing about playing home and away. If you win by 40 at home, Jim, it means it's going to be close away. You're going to be in the game. Rodney Kaiser for 3 off the rim. Staten brings it off, and he is fouled.
He has played a heck of a game this evening. He has 18 points, and 6'2" junior.
The score is really going to be blown, I think, out of proportion here at the end of the game. That will not dictate the closeness of the game, just simply because of the fouls and the free throws. Staten misses at the free throw line, and that has got to be a concern for Coach Justice later on in the regional tournament. Nice move that time by Jeremy Johnson, and Shelby Valley will call the timeout. 72-59. Bob Osborne still talking with his coach, but for all purposes, I would imagine that this one is over, Jim.
Yes, and the one to come is going to be outstanding. And Bobby Osborne there has not quit coaching his squad. And you talk about not quitting. Bobby Keith, Jim Rose, 2 of the finer coaches in our area, and Knott County Central and Clay County in the championship game to follow. You see in the background there, the crowd really packed behind us here, Keith, and across the way a little bit light, but packed behind us, and one of the bigger crowds that we've had here at the Mountain Classic. And all of this, of course, goes to support academics in the area.
Well, we have 1 minute 14 seconds remaining in this game. The Wildcats with a big win over Breathitt County, losing last night to Clay County, and now they will lose to Belfry. The Pirates winning over Hazard, losing to Knott County, and now will take home the consolation trophy by defeating Shelby Valley.
Keith, it was right in front of us. I thought I had to kind of hold you back. I thought you were going for the three-pointer there.
Now you see the Wildcats 0 of 8. Belfry only 1 of 3. Not a good night from the three-point line, Jim.
No, and we talked about Belfry last night. 2 of 21 from the three-stripe and 0 of 15 in the second half. And
if you see that stat as a coach, you automatically think, let's play zone.
Yeah, right.
Let them shoot the three.
Right. Of course, Keith, I always liked the zone because a lot of times you could hide in the zone rather than the man-to-man.
You hide a lot of your weaknesses. I agree with you.
And I like to hide on the defensive end, not on the offensive end, mind you.
No, I've been on the court with you. You're strictly offense, no doubt. Matthew Baker getting back into the game. Bobby Keys out. Pirates working it down. Pinson gets the easy feed from Staten for another 2 points.
Really like this Staten kid. He has brought his game to the next level in this consolation game.
Chad Justice, short. Hager comes out of it all the way down. Missed it. Staten puts it back up. Won't go, but he drew the foul. Boy, he did a heck of a job following Sean Hager that time.
And good sportsmanship there as Rodney Kaiser helps his foe up. Both of these teams from Pike County, and certainly, Keith, very representative of the outstanding sportsmanship, fair play, and good effort they have in Pike County.
Well, speaking of that, we'll see, because our sponsor Pepsi will be presenting the Pepsi Sportsmanship Trophy tonight. Staten misses the first. Pirates hovering around 50% from the free throw line tonight. Missed the second, and Hilton will come away with the rebound. Staten underneath. Pirates trying to avoid being fouled. Wanting the clock to run. Down to 20. And Kaiser is called for the foul. That is number 5 for Rodney Kaiser, who will go out of the ball game.
5'10" senior, averages 8 points and 6 assists to contest, and tough sledding tonight against the Belfry Pirates.
Hilton getting the first free throw. He'll have one more. JJ has had a big night tonight. 25 points. Looking to add to that. And he does. Make it 26 for J.J. Hilton.
Gosh.
Jamie Roberts got away from a crowd for the layup. Sean Hager hitting the sideline over there rather hard.
15 seconds to go in the game, and Hager's diving out of bounds trying to get the ball up.
Hager for 3. No good. It will end the ball game. 15th regional championship, maybe? Well, it was a consolation game for WYMT and Wayne Supply. Belfry wins it 76-63 over Shelby Valley.
Taco Bell is proud to be a sponsor of the 5th annual WYMT TV High School Mountain Classic. After the game, make a run for the border to the Taco Bell restaurant in Hazard on the Daniel Boone Parkway. And enjoy the 69-cent value menu with delicious tacos, burritos, and more. When it comes to good food at great prices, Taco Bell is a mountain classic.
Coach Rick Pitino for Citizens Bank and Trust.
Mountain Classic. Joining me now, Raymond Justice, coach of the Belfry Pirates. And coach, you came out last night against Knott County Central. They kind of took control in the second half tonight. You must have said something to them in the locker room because you came out with the same momentum.
Well, we just talked about it being a pride game. We're struggling right now to get some wins. Dodson out, and the team's having some identity problems. So I was real pleased with their intensity tonight.
You've still got J.J. Hilton, the All-State, possibly Mr. Basketball candidate. You've also got some guys that are starting to fill in the role. Staten, some other players. You're going to have to count on that with Dodson out. And is there any possibility of him coming back?
Well, number one, it's real good possibility that he could be back, and as close as maybe 5 to 10 days, okay? And then as far as the other players, I thought tonight we got a really good performance from numerous people, and that's what we've got to have. We've got to have some people like Chris Phillips, Stephen Staten playing with confidence.
Tell me about, you played both of these teams, Coach, Knott County Central and Clay County in the championship. Your thoughts on their matchup tonight?
Well, I think it'll be a great ball game. I think it'll be even a greater ball game for Knott County being here at Central. I would hate for them to have to go down and play at Clay County, although I do think both teams have great teams. Size factor in Knott County's favor, the tournament experience, of course, being in Clay County's favor.
Okay, congratulations, Belfry Pirates, winner of the consolation. Coming up next, Knott County Central and Clay County in the WYMT Mountain Classic Championship game.
How does your Toyota dealer stack up? Any deal they can make, we can make better.
Can we deliver?
Yes, we can.
A lot of trucks.
Yes, we can.
Big savings.
Yes, we can.
Great deal.
Yes, we can.
Now's the time to get your best deal on the best-selling import truck with immediate delivery, special financing, and the year's biggest option package savings.
No.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Say yes to the year's biggest deal.
Tonight, Shelby Valley did not get a lot of points from their guard play and really didn't get the ball as many times as they wanted down in the paint.
Field goal percentage, you see the Pirates up 53 to 37%. Free throws, 35% for Belfry, and that was a struggle. Three-pointers, 0 of 8 for Shelby Valley. They just couldn't get them to drop. The Pirates managed one three-pointer in the game, and that was by Sean Hager. Rebounds virtually even, and the turnovers, the Wildcats managed to protect the ball better, I thought, Keith, in the second half.
Well, they did. They made somewhat of a comeback, but could not get it under 8 in the final moment or so. Belfry goes on to win impressively. Coming up, we have quite a championship match. Knott County Central, Jim, taking on Clay County in a rematch.
It's going to be the battle inside with Brad Arrington. He had a big game the last time these teams met. Shannon Hoskins had 36 the last time the teams met. So on the perimeter, look for Clay County to be tough.
We'll get to the starting lineups when we continue. It is Clay County and Knott County Central coming up in the championship of the WYMT Wayne Supply Mountain Classic.